In this Sailing Doodles, we leave Culebrita behind because there's too much swell in the bay and head over to St. Thomas. Thank you so much to our patrons for making this channel possible. They get early access to the videos and bonus videos. In the previous episode, we headed over to Culebrita, which is part of Puerto Rico, and had our Halloween party there. Picking up from the last video, we were headed over to my favorite island, Culebrita. Even though we had excellent weather, the bay there at Culebrita is open to the north and was a little bit worried because there was a northern component to the swell, and I wasn't sure we were going to be able to stay. We'll see, there's a little bit of swell wrapping around from the north. Let's see how nice it is in here. We made it into the bay no problem, and then we set our bow and stern anchor to keep us pointed into the swell. Stephanie went to dive on our bow anchor. Alright, so we got our bow anchor there and our stern anchor out. It's a bit of a swell in here. It's I don't know if we're gonna stay here overnight, but we'll do a day stop and hang out. I jumped in to check on our stern anchor and to make sure we weren't getting too close to the bottom in the swell. From there, we swam into the beach.
I beat Bobby.
Culebrita has one of the prettiest beaches you will find anywhere.
How you doing?
Am I spelling it wrong?
Doodles, E-S. What is that?
It's hard to look when you...
D.
That's why it's sand.
What is it, duties? Is that what you're gonna do, duties? Doodlies? Now an E and an S.
I know!
There you go. A high five. Ah. All right, we're gonna, I don't know if the audio works well on this very well. We are gonna go get lunch and then we'll pack a bag and go hiking. So let's go back in.
Sailing.
It's just sailing now.
Just sailing. My
Already been
eye looks
erased.
like an E.
You get your I's and E's mixed up, we know that. Alright, so we're gonna at least do lunch here and hang out. We'll see how it goes. It's pretty swelly in here. We're bow into the swell, so it's really not too bad. But I don't know, we'll see.
Is it pulling?
No, but we wrapped it up with some friends, some viewers, and the swell's coming in really hard now, and it broke my stern line. So I have to swim down to go retrieve our stern anchor. Then we're gonna have to move, I think, because it's just too much swell coming in here. I mean, that was a pretty thick line. Ripped right through it. Glad it ripped the line rather than ripping a cleat off.
There he goes. Bye, Bobby.
The camera never does justice showing the swells. They continued to build as I retrieved our anchor, and I was worried they might start breaking at the entrance to the bay. Well, that was hard. Luckily it was only in about 7 or 8 feet of water, but picking that thing up was pretty dug in there. Any problems with our friends getting off the boat?
No problems at all.
Alright, cool.
Easy breezy.
Well, that solves that. I guess we're not going to stay here tonight. We'll hang out for the afternoon and then we'll go to St. Thomas. Thank you. Much needed.
All right. You want to get your camera wet?
Nope. Well, the camera never does it justice, but the swells are really rolling in here. They're pretty big, actually.
Just take a look at their boat.
Yeah, you can look at their boat. There they are, man. Well, they're still rolling up and down. Anyway, so we hung out with them for a while. Now the swells are coming in here. Now the surfers are heading out. If they're surfing in Culebrita, then you know it's a lot of swell. Would not be a good night to stay here, so
we're gonna pull up anchor and head to St. Thomas, where it'll be much better. We're gonna meet up with another YouTube channel there. You might know them. If not, we'll introduce you to them. But should be a fun time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right. So now I need to start some engines, get things warming up, and then we'll pull up anchor, get out of here.
Cool.
You ready?
Yeah, ready.
All right. It took a bit to get the anchor up. It's kind of one of those things. I wish, you know, that's why it's nice to have 3 crew on board, because we're both dealing with the anchor when somebody should be filming, but you know, we got to put the boat first. But the clutch on the windlass was slipping, and so got to figure out what's going on with that. But we got the anchor up, and so we're on our way. So there's a little bit of swell coming in. It's not bad right now. I think actually we may just motor right through it, because there you got surfers surfing the swell on the way in here. I don't think we could have timed this any better. It's like, I mean, we haven't seen flat swell coming in here in a while, so it's perfect right now for leaving this bay. It was getting a little sketchy earlier, like I was worried about it, but now it looks pretty good.
We left Culebrita behind and headed 15 miles to the east to St. Thomas and Brewers Bay.
We couldn't have timed that any better for leaving, because like right as we got around that little bay, oh, see, they're surfing over there now. I wish I could show you. Come on. All that swell. All that swell going into the bay. We hit a flat spot. Perfect. So now we're headed right there. It is St. Thomas. We're on our way. Well, about every 3 or 4 hours, I'll bump up the power to 1900 RPMs, just burn the carbon out of the motor and all that. We burn a lot of fuel doing that, like a lot. But we're going fast, so it's kind of nice doing that. So we've been doing it about 10 minutes now. We got another 10 minutes to go before we're at our anchorage. So here we are, doing 15 and a half, 16 knots.
I don't bump up the power like this very often, but it is nice to know that I can do it should the need arise.
So this is Brewers Bay, St. Thomas. The airport is like right there. So we'll have air traffic until, I think they normally stop about 10 o'clock or so. But what do you think, your first time in St. Thomas?
I'm so excited.
So tonight, the reason we came to Brewers Bay is we're gonna meet up with those guys there that's sailing Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Or sailing Good, Bad, Ugly. So kind of remind me of myself when I first started out. They've been doing this for a little while now, but they bought a very cheap boat, like a $5,000 boat, and are cruising around doing it on the cheap. Totally understand where they're coming from. But yeah, so we're gonna hang out with those guys tonight. They're gonna come over for some cocktails, then we'll go into town. We're probably gonna move around tomorrow, so we're not gonna pull our dinghy down, so they're gonna dinghy over and then we'll all go in their dinghy ashore.
Oh my god.
So I got something in my eye. How's the workout going?
It's going, I'm sweating.
All right, well, good job. So she's working out, I'm working, doing a little editing. If you haven't, if you haven't checked out my other channel, I have several other channels. I have Flying Doodles and Glamping Doodles. I'm kind of working on those videos right now. About to post a new Flying Doodles video where I put a couple cameras, or a couple 360 cameras on an airplane, and we went flying in it and talking to the pilot about it. So check that out. Go to Flying Doodles on YouTube.
With our work in the morning complete, it was time to start the engines and head over to Charlotte Amalie.
Alright, getting ready to get out of here. We're going to go over to Charlotte Amalie. That's kind of the main bay in St. Thomas. It's really not a very pretty anchorage, but it's kind of convenient for everything. This is Brewers Bay. Can't fly the drone because the airport's right there. but the water's gorgeous. There's not a whole, and the beach is nice. It's kind of like a public beach. There's not really many places to land well, you can land on the beach, but then you gotta figure out where to tie it up and all that. There's not a whole lot around here, so we're gonna go over to Charlotte Amalie where there's a few more things to do, go see the town a little bit. And then the next day we're gonna head over to Marina where we're picking up crew, so. I had problems with the clutch on the windlass yesterday pulling up the anchor, so I imagine we'll probably have that same problem again today. So once we get to the marina, tomorrow I guess we'll be in Marina. That's when I'll tear it apart and see what's going on. You ready?
The clutch on the windlass was really starting to have problems and slipping a lot, which was making pulling up the anchor fairly difficult. With a little bit of brute force, we got it up.
Gonna say goodbye to our friends there in Good, Bad, Ugly with a little bit of horn action. Alright, so hit the horn. See y'all! You guys have a good one! So there's a couple yellow markers up here that you can't pass between the land and those yellow markers because you're close to the runway there, because the runway literally begins at the end at that land there. So they don't want an airplane clipping the top of your boat. Normally, I guess boats are all out of charter, or maybe they moved them back to BVI, but there's a lot of boats that aren't here. Like the marinas have been pretty empty, and then all these boats that are up normally on the moorings are not here. It's kind of weird.
We anchored in the bay and stopped our engines.
Not the greatest anchorage here. I mean, back in the day, back like in the pirate days, this was the great anchorage. Nice deep water protected from basically all sides. But now it's, noisy and whatever. So I think it's lunchtime and I'm gonna work on the windlass, see if I can get it fixed. Arc. So this windlass, the clutch has been slipping a lot. Like it wouldn't even bring up the anchor. So I'm going to break it apart and see what's going on here. I don't know if I can fix it or not. We'll see.
I didn't really know what I was looking for, but I just took it apart to inspect it.
Okay, I think I know what the problem has been. This little locking pin right here was not in, it was down here on the bottom. So it was not actually engaging and locking the mechanism together. So now I'll make sure when I put this back on that it stays in and locks this thing in place. I hope that's all the problem. I think that's what it was though. Yeah, there we go. Now it's in there. Put the cap back on. Should work, I hope. All right, I'll give it a test around here, see what happens. I think it's working perfect now. She keeps trying to scare me, and I end up scaring her. Like literally, she was waiting around the corner, so I knew she was there, so I went, rah! Jumped at her and scared her as she's waiting to scare me, so it doesn't really work.
Boo!
Oh, you got me. All right, so we are here in Charlotte Amalie. It's not the world's greatest anchorage, but it's all right. We're gonna head ashore and go exploring a little bit.
All right, chicken and bowling.
Yeah, I might do that. Go ahead. Graceful. All right,
Let's go.
Let's do it. Dinghy dock's looking a little full.
Sometimes you have to play bumper boats and actually walk through other boats to get to the dinghy dock.
So this is normally the cruise ship dock right here. It's been empty for a long time.
We headed through the cruise ship port over to a staple of St. Thomas, the Rum Hut.
Swing halfway in, ready?
It was her idea. Don't blame me for this. So she thinks she's good at bowling.
I'm pretty good.
She's pretty good. So we made a wager. So we're gonna play a couple games, but the first game is the one that matters. And the wager is loser has to jump naked off the top of the boat.
Are you ready, Bobby?
It's not gonna be me. It's gonna be her. Hopefully for you guys it'd be her too. All right, here it is. I don't know.
The competition.
She's gonna lose.
No, I'm not.
Last time I bowled was probably here, like 6 months ago. So we'll see how.
Oh no. Don't fall. Oh, thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks.
I mean, you know, first one. I missed a little.
Let's see how I do. Bobby's just anxious he's gonna lose. What?
All right, I might be a little worried now. I might be a little worried. Did you see that? 2 strikes in a row. We're going. Oh shoot! Sorry, sorry. We're going for turkey. Here we go. So we're looking good, guys, so far. Halfway through, 72 to 42. So you're gonna get to see her jump nude off the thing. She started off hot, but things have not gone her way.
Bobby's sweating.
Oh, I've got. Look at this. I'm about to go for another turkey.
Let's see.
Yay! No way you can catch up. There is no way you're gonna catch up. Yeah, so 178 oh, it's at 172. Wow, you, oh no, sorry, it's just 72. My bad. I didn't see that. I like it, strike!
Still not enough to keep up with you. I guess I'm jumping off the boat. Just throwing the balls like a football. It's like,
She's trying to like have an excuse. So we're not gonna do it today because you know, well, we're just not gonna do it today. But so look for her jumping off the top of the boat nude tomorrow. 178. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see if I can break 200 on that. And that one goes out to Kelly Binkley. That'd be Megan's dad, because he's actually a pretty good bowler, right? I think he's like on the pro tour, like maybe the senior pro tour or something. Anyway,
my score would have shaken.
multiple 300s. Cheers.
To the coast guys.
Really good.
Yeah, this one.
Tune in next week as we head to the British Virgin Islands.